projecting alignments, wind surfacing through connections right now, going to the atmosphere systems, the chronological system, everything through its containment centers. As we're going into, remember saying everything I do through video is chronological order. It's understanding the communication to everything that's going on through the atmosphere systems. The spectrum division of its lights is changing everything through the weather patterns of the dimensional Earth system. So the dimensional Earth system is split in division of 4. Okay. So it's all about understanding laser recognitions and everything through connection, because everything platitudes in so many location centers, which means that this is when the Arctics and everything, the oceans come together, northwest, south, and east, all the oceans, anything through the environments, anything through nature course system. Everything has to be lined into one communication line signal. Okay, it's extremely hard to get into that because everybody evolves themselves on negatives or positive systems. If we get everybody into a positive negative system into balance through the correlation center, the dimensional Earth can high rise its location to vibration. Okay, so that will come into the projection of its framing through its gamuts of its lights and its correlation center. So thank you all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channel to keep grand rising, force rising, helping each other out. It's really powerful times that we're going into right now. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Feel free to go through my healing. Feel free to go to my donations and anything through PayPal, especially my email. It gives you to where you need to go through your ascension, because every single day you wake up, it's your decision on what you want to do. Okay. You want to be on the positive side of life or you want to be on the negative side. There's no in between. Okay. So you got to look at that factor. Now, I sent out a very, very powerful a video that I did a couple of years ago, actually 3 or 4 years ago. It's a scary film. It's my first leading role. So I thought I'd send it to you because Halloween's coming up. I'm pretty happy about it. You know, I had to put on a little bit of weight and I had a stash. So it was pretty interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. Scariest night of my life. So I put it on Facebook and I put it on the Cyberspace Force Team private link. Enjoy it because it's really good. It's all about paranormal activities, the things that go on with people based on a true story. And it was pretty fascinating to do. I really enjoyed it. So other than that, I'll keep you updated. See, there's 2 sides of people. Okay, there's the mystical side, spiritual side, okay, in connection to the universal side. And then there's the physical side, which is the human side, right? Because that's where we live. So that's understanding your dichotomy system of light and dark. That's the balance. So I have balance with the acting and I have balance with the universal system, okay? Because I'm an actor. So knowing what comes first is you. Okay, not who you are. Okay, basically, when you have a job, that's not who you are. Okay, you weren't put on that earth for that reason. You were put on that earth to do what you want to do, what you love to do. Passion. What is passion? Something that you can really, really confine to and love. So you get into those centers of everything through connection. But when you're dealing with the dimension Earth, whoa, because we're coming into the weather, okay, of the Arctical systems, everything through the Pacifics, the oceans and all that. So it's sensory pattern through vibration. So it's extremely hard to get everything into one communication line signal to a fragmentation of a line system. Okay. So I change everything through the core system of the dimensional Earth, the plasma, the liquid. So it's connected through my voice and grids, but on a different pattern. So what's happening now is that the combustion of the dimensional Earth is on rotation cycles. So we got the northwest, south, and east of its winds and its weather containments, and it's connecting through its gamma operation centers. Okay, so I'll show you exactly what it is. I hope everybody's doing well. Tina, Dina, how's it going, guys? Yeah. In reference, I think it's better to watch it in the day. You know, a lot of people, Halloween comes up and you watch things at night, right? But it's all psychological. That's all it is. And just think that it's make-believe. And that's why I love to do acting, is because you get to dress up and be a different character. That's why I enjoy it so much, right? So you have the dimensional Earth. Okay, you got the north, You got the east, and you got the west, and you got the south. Okay. So you really have to understand everything through its connection, northwest, south, and east. All right. Now, everything through lights has its interference, the interconnection. It's getting interfacing to all locations into one line signal. But to do that is understand how powerful the things are. See, when I work in space, it's understanding that humanity, okay, is connecting to so many realms of negativity. So they're spreading out everything through their thoughts. So I have to change their trajectories and everything through their visions into cyclone divisions. So that changes the dimensional Earth and its weather. Okay, especially if you're dark AI and you have its connection, because there's always a spiritual force through its connection. But because everything's set in division, light wins. It's just on a time code frequency level system, which is really, really powerful stuff when you connect through the dimensional realm system. Okay, so the dimensional Earth is split in four like this. Okay, the circle rotation is like this. Okay, so this is the plasma. Okay, and then you got layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. Okay, so basically this is split in half. This is dimensional Earth split in half. Okay, so basically my voicing grid patterns. Okay, so they're showing exactly what goes on, what I can do. Okay, it's not the distance, it's the love. So knowing that you love the dimensional Earth, that's extremely highest vibration. Love is the highest vibration, and we have to get humanity into the balance of love. Okay, so it's extremely hard to do, right? Because a lot of people don't understand what's going on with the ascension, right? So it's all about revealing the veil. I watched a really, really powerful video yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched it. It's The Secret. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's very, very powerful. Okay, humanity has come a long way with their trajectories and their spectrum of lights and their communication signals. They've come so far, which is amazing, and it's fantastic to see these things. So they understand that, because thoughts are perception to space. So in time, you get what you want through the universal system, but you got to change your thoughts, and you got to stay positive. You got to visualize you have this. Okay, you have to be a visionary. Okay, so you have to trust the factor, you have to have the bleeding cycle, and you have to surrender. Okay, and everything else comes in play. Right? So as we get started with the perceptions, it opens up its division like this. Center cores its division like that. Okay, so it's understanding the scanning system, everything connection, transmission light system. Now my voicing grid patterns communicate through all division levels, so northwest, south, and east. So it sonifies its division like this. Okay, now it sets off signals, okay, to the dimensional Earth system on 4 waving cycles. Really, 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 really powerful stuff. So it's understanding your connection with the dimensional Earth. Where are you with your life system? Like I said before, okay? Its sound barrier is everything, right? It opens up everything through traction division. It opens up everything through protection, projection, all those light communication signals, right? Everything is connected through your perceptions of your third eye and your voice and grid patterns through your eye receptor visions, anything through audio signals in your mind framing system, and your thoughts. Okay? So when you're saving humanity, that's nothing but love, right? Giving back something. So it's not just saving humanity, okay? It's saving the system. It's saving the universal system. It's saving everything from chaos of its systems, right? Putting everything back in balance, right? Which is extremely hard to do, because if you get perceptions of somebody that wants to change the dimensional Earth system through locations, if it understands code frequencies, it can do that. But you have to be extremely, extremely high-rise, and you have to be extremely, extremely high-rising gods, and you have to be a sentient. So basically, you have to be everything through energy before you can do these things, okay? And there's not too many people that can do that, okay? So when you're in that position, if you get over 7 billion people, okay, and you get maybe 1/3 or 2/3 that are negative system, it's going to change everything through location, through the body systems. the electrical systems, framing systems, digital framing, mind systems, scanning systems, nature systems, okay? It changes everything through their thoughts. And it changes everything through your thoughts too, because that dark energy is traveling, okay? And it's manipulative, right? It's story framed. So basically, it's kind of like taking over, right? So it knows exactly what it's doing in space, and it knows exactly what it's doing in time, okay? But once you get into the trust, once you get into the belief, and once you surrender, now you come into the love of everything, okay? So it's extremely hard to do these things because you have to be trained. You have to be trained with your thoughts. Watch The Secret on Netflix. It's really, really powerful stuff. Okay, there's a lot of, practitioners and Reiki masters, and, there's a lot of visionaries. There's a lot of journalists. There's a lot of people that are connected through healing. They know a lot. They're connected through their thoughts. That's why it's so powerful. And you actually see it in the sonograms. You actually see it goes out. It spreads out, right? And when it spreads out, it goes into other people, okay, on your thought patterns, right? So you understand that you are kind of like, you're a chessboard and you're taking pawns down, or you're taking the king, or you're taking the rook, whatever, right? It's the same thing. But what you want to do is understand how to get the balance with everything through a board game, okay? So everything is more like, not tic-tac-toe, but more of a fragmentation line system, the connection of a friendship to its partnership, to everything around its vibration. So it puts everything in position when you come in the dimensional earth system. Okay, so the center core is split in half. So once you become a visionary of your thoughts, this is what you do through creation. So sound barriers and everything to connection. It changes everything through its article system, changes everything through its hemispheres, changes everything through its stratospheres. Now, once you get into northwest, south, and east through its communication, okay, my voice grid patterns connect to the plasma system. Now, the plasma system goes on so many levels of electronic interference. So it goes round and round and round like this, okay? This is what it does, okay? Keeps spinning. So it's on a spectrum cycle. So the cyclone through its division of the earth, like I'm saying, is you have to go through the gamma lights. The gamma lights have to be in the right traction division of line communication. It's extremely hard to get one location of one vibration, energy, frequencies, interharmonic resistance into the fifth dimension. That allocates all positions of northwest, south, and east through your mind system of its thoughts, okay? So it puts in that position like that, comes back into my rotation centers. The dimensional earth answers back through communication, right? Volumes in so many levels of my crown chakra, my power centers, and my ground formations. Opens up all cycle rotations, like that, okay? So it brings in its answering patterns, and then it communicates with the magnetic force and highway information system at the top, okay? As it's communicating, it's interforcing connections, okay? And it's skylighting its gamma ray operation light system, like this, okay? So remember how I was saying that everything through vibration is different, right? But these are lines of communication. So this is 4 waving cycles of line communication electronic interference. This is electricity communicating with dimensional earth, right? So as it's communicating, as you can see, everything is in a triangular base. So that's a triangle, right? Then it becomes a pyramid. Everything is communication through a pyramid system. Everything is allocated through its position. That's how it becomes its third eye, right? So everything connects. Everything connects, and it has to. But it's getting that one line signal into humanity's system, into the fifth dimension. Once we get that walkway surface, now we're connecting to the new collaboration centers. Now we're going into the new operation system of the gamma systems. We're coming into a new operation of the Arger and the program settings, digital framing systems, mind framing systems, and everything through the hydraulics, okay, of the septical system, okay? So it's getting your dichotomy system in the positive centers of you through your human behavioral system, okay? And putting you into that division, because everybody's at different balance. It's finding that balance with your dream sets, locations, Are you sleeping okay? Are you catnapping? Why are you doing these things, right? So it's understanding how to communicate more with space and how to communicate more with time. Where you are in space and where you are in time, right? Through your believing of its thoughts. Your believing of your actions, your activations, your mind conceptual system, your thoughts. So you have to put love into everything through your body system. Okay. So once you understand the code frequency of the dimensional earth, okay, once you get the trust factor and once you get the surrenders of everything through it, you gotta take your body, whole body system, okay, and platitude into the dimensional earth system and say, I surrender. Okay. A lot of people don't want to do that because they have a different mission. And that mission puts them into an allocated position of a dark system. Right. So when I go up in space, every single day I'm flying around, I'm platitude division, extremely high rise to those locations of travels. But as soon as somebody puts that, I think I said that too, when somebody puts a negative system into space, I have to change the lights, the activations. Okay. So when you watch The Secret, it's very powerful because it's now connecting to your believing system, believing that things can change for you. So every day let's say something negative happens. Well, if you put your thoughts in there and you keep the negative cycle, it's going to create a dark circle. And then it's going to create a dark vibration. So it's all about you going forward and not going back. Okay. So you want to go forward in time or you want to go back in time. You put your alignments of past, present, and future into that position. But if you allow yourself to put yourself in the presence, you're going into the future. So you're going to get everything you want with the universal system within time. It lets you know because you keep being positive. You keep your visionary. You keep your reality system intact. Okay. You keep what you want information. That will put you in position. And then, the next day you wake up and you say, whoa, I got something great. This happened to me. I got this. Why? Because I kept my thoughts. Why? Because I kept my energy, right? Why? Because I understand my systems now. I understand the secret of the universal system. Okay. It's extremely, extremely powerful video. Okay. I recommend you guys watch it. A lot of people have been watching it, but it's true to know you get a better understanding of how to communicate through human vibrations through 3D system. Because everybody on that channel is trying to tell you the secret of the universal system. Okay. And it all has to do with your thoughts. That's all it is. Thoughts are electricity. Thoughts are vibration. Thoughts are energy, lights, coloration, activation. It puts you in positions and bringing yourself forward. It puts you in positions to bring yourself back. You decide. Okay. So when it gets in that position right now with the dimensional earth system, the magnetic force and highway information system sets course to another division. Okay, it line communicates and it sends electrolytes down to my crown chakra division like this. So it communicates back with me and say, okay, this is great. Everything is done. The dimensional earth is split in this division of 4 division of its atmosphere systems. Okay, so you got this. So it's understanding that, remember when you say, when you close one door and you open 50,000 doors? Well, that's what the universal system does through magnetic force and highway information system. It's so powerful through electricity and the spectrum of lights through cyclone division. The information sets out to all 7 billion people of energy. So imagine each energy is different vibration to each human DNA through its code frequency levels, through its algorithm. So it's understanding that this is different information to the dimensional earth. This is different information to me. Okay. Everything is communication through electricity. All right. So it's powerful stuff, guys, when you get in those positions. So now we're dealing with the atmospheres. Okay. The atmospheres are coming together. Everything through northwest, south, and east, the hemispheres, the stratospheres. Remember I was saying about humanity coming into the hemisphere, right? So it's all about humanity coming into the stratosphere, right? Because it's on a timeline. It's on a clock timeline. And that puts everything, that's why you guys are going through time warping. That's why you're going through the hot box, its matrix. That's why we have global warming. Okay? It's full communication through energy, vibration, frequencies, through coloration and lights. Okay? Because the magnetic force and highway information system is already set in this division through its sun interface and its moon interface. It's the algorithm program. That is the center core when it comes to your digital framing. Because you guys, the cyberspace force team, has already been on the moon, right? You've already been on the moon. You know what it is, right? Okay, it's a digital platform to everything through algorithms. And the sun interface is a radiation cycle through illumination lights. You have the God frequency level of the sun, and you have the God frequency level of the moon interface. So everything modifies, everything calculates, everything integrates, everything calibrates. Okay, so it's understanding your spectrum of your lights. When you become your computer through energy cycles, your thought patterns become nothing but a wire signal. So it's understanding to communicate with your wire signals and travel to any locations and open up any door, any realm, any division, any dimension in seconds. But you got to know these things when it comes to where are you going, where you're traveling, right? If you're going through this door, do you know what you're getting into? You have to have partnership with these things, but you start with friendship, right? So friendship with yourself first. Because if you don't know yourself, how are you going to understand everything through intelligence? They're going to come to you and say, listen, you're not aware of what's going on. Okay? Put yourself in position. Master your chakra system. Master your voicing grids. Master your perceptions. Master your thoughts. Okay? There's no negative system when it comes to intelligence. There's positive and negative when it comes to space and time. But when it comes to intelligence, it's all positive. Because that's what it is. Angels, archangels, sentients, Arturians, Lyrians, Zarians, all those, okay, are trying to help you and guide you. It's energy that's put into your system through the magnetic force and highway. The energy system activates everything through your chakra systems through communication dimensions, okay, right? Because it's all connected through your behavioral system, through the algorithm, because you're all connected through a program. That's all we are, is a program, okay? I think a lot of people are having hard troubles of what energy is. And I keep saying that it's A, B's, and C's. But understanding what energy is, you can't see it. You can't see it until you open your perceptions through your believing and your trust and your surrender. Okay? So these are the factors you have to look at every single day when you wake up. Okay? How much do you believe in yourself? Do you want to change yourself? Or do you want to stay in that position of where you are? You have to ask yourself these questions. Where do you want to go in the future? Right? Do you want to stay in the past, or you want to be in the present to see the future? You have to understand, okay? Because thoughts are everything. Once you change your thoughts, everything changes for you. And you eventually, it connects on so many things. Like, think of this. Let's just say, give it a week, okay? Give it a week. Nothing but positive, 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 positive. 5 days, 7 days in a week, whatever you want to do, okay? Nothing negative. Let's see what happens. Not just with yourself, but everything around you when you go outside. So when you're going through trajectories and when you're going through spectrum of lights and rotation cycles and everything through energy fields, your energy travels as soon as you go outside through positive centers. So if you're in 7 days and you're positive and no negative, everything around you through its environment, through its humanity is going to change. Okay? Going for a coffee, you know, you keep your positive center, nothing's going to happen. As soon as you change that negative wire, coffee spills on you, you bump into somebody, you fall down, right? You bump into a wall. Why? Because your negative system is connecting through dark realm divisions of humanity's systems. So it's negative force, it's dark force, okay? Because you create your spectrum of lights, you create your communication through your chakra system, negative systems. Nobody else does. So it's mastering what energy, frequencies, and vibration is through that connection, right? So try it out. See what happens. Give it 5 days, 7 days, 3 days, whatever you want to do. That's a test. Okay, it's a test. It's saying that, okay, can I do this? Okay, can I actually have a positive system every day for 7 days a week? Just try it out. You'll see when you walk outside, everything is going to change. Your thoughts, your patterns, people that you communicate with you are going to be positive because you're connecting your energy to them and they're connecting their energy to the next person. So energy travels, okay? And then it goes into the atmospheres, right? And then it just spreads and spreads and spreads, right? Through energy, frequency, vibrations, harmonic resistance, right? So anyway, try it out. It's a test. It's a test for everybody. Let's get started here. I'm going to go through your questions now. Tina, Dina, Kitty Cat. I'm getting fed up. Seriously, enough is enough. Can't do this anymore. Tired of fighting. Light. That's the story that makes no sense. Yeah, I know you're angry. You're going through a lot of spectrum lights right now. The cyclone division, dimensional Earth is going through so many vibrations. So it's changing everybody's negative system into positive centers into one line communication, singularity of a line division through simulation to a new algorithm program setting. That's what's happening right now, Kitty Cat. That's why you're feeling so alone, right? But you never ever are alone. But like I said, you can go through my email. We can talk. I can help you with your healing. I could put you in positions because you've gone through my healing, right? You've gone through my healing, and now I know exactly what's wrong with you, right? So I can. It's all about changing your wires, your electrical system, your algorithm programs, anything through connection, mainframes, digital frames. Put everything back in traction division through space and time, right? So the more you think negative, more things around you happen negative. It's not just you, it's everything around you affect. I think that's what you guys have to get across. Your thoughts affect everything through your behavioral system. If you're angry for 7 days, everything around you, okay, population circuits, you go to work, people are going to be angry because you're connecting, you're spreading, you're setting your seismographing energy system to other people. And that puts their self in position saying, okay, what's going on here? My energy's changed, right? If it's a light activation or light worker, they'll know exactly what are you trying to do. You're trying to put energy into me. They know what you're trying to do because they're connected through their body system. Okay. So that's being aware. You're being aware of what's going on. But if a three-dimensional system doesn't understand energy, they're not aware. Okay. They're being programmed from that person that's negative and they don't even know it. That's why we're all aligned into one line communication. That's what we got to get back into. Because everybody's here, everybody's here, everybody's here, everybody's here, up, down, you know, everybody's all over the place. That's the problem with vibration and energy and thoughts. But once we get the balance with everything, we can bring everything back, right? So it's complicated stuff, but that's what thoughts do to your mind. You create your own reality. You create your own decisions. You make your own decisions. Nobody else does, right? You take the high road or you take the low road. You take this door, you take that door. It's all up to you. Everything that you do is a journey to a mission, but decides on where you go with your thoughts through its provisions of its acting or anything cycle rotation, right? That's where you got to understand these things. It's very complicated stuff when you get in those positions. So, but like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free. I'm here for you. It's a happy Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. So, Halloween is the 31st. I'm not sure how it's going on with that, but in tradition, you know, it's nice to dress up and, you know, everybody has their believing system, believing cycles. Everybody wants to be an action hero. Everybody wants to be, you know, something with passion. I think that's where we fell apart when it came to humanity's systems. Like, what do I want to be? How do I get there? Okay, you get there with your thoughts. Okay, so it's all about timing. It's all about the secret of timing. You know, like I said, that movie was really good. It's the first time I watched it. I think I watched it before, but I don't think I watched all of it. But you pick up a lot of what's going on with humanity and what they're trying to do. Okay, you set your thoughts out there. You keep your visions. You'll get what you want. Okay. And, you know, don't be abrasive. Don't be aggressive. You know, stay in that positive center. Keep yourself balanced. Okay. But really try that test. Try to keep yourself positive for 3, 5, 7 days. See what happens. I guarantee you, as soon as you change your thought patterns through energy and frequencies and vibration, everything around you will change. Okay. Everything is communication. We already know that. Okay. So you are either communicating on the positive side or the negative side. It's totally up to you. You decide where you want to go with your thoughts. I keep saying that to a lot of people. Thoughts are everything through perception. Okay? If you keep believing in this, if you keep believing in that, all you're doing is spreading dark energy in a negative system, right? So everybody that does that, I have to change the cycle. I have to change the rotation. I know how the universal works. I know the rotation centers. I know the electrical fields. I know the energy system. I know the hydraulic system. I know all planet locations. I know all intelligent locations. Okay? I mean, guys, I'm 30 trillion years into the future, right? I know everything through vibration. It's mastering what is vibration, what is energy, what is frequency. Everything is connected through you, through dimensional Earth, through atmospheres, right? Even space anomaly, okay? You know, back in history. So basically, giving it to electronic interference, so I'll let you guys go. It's a powerful day right through connection. But just keep yourself in formation with what's going on right now with everything through, you know, the chaos and the, you know, if you allow yourself to be chaotic, you'll be chaotic, right? That's negative. That's going to decrease your algorithms and your program settings. Okay, that's going to low rise your energy and your vibrations and your meditation methods. Okay. Yeah, just go through my PayPal, Kitty. You've done it before. I can help you out again. Okay, I can calm your centers because you're in extremely high rotation now. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not just you, it's everybody else. You put yourself in that position. You allow yourself, nobody else, right? Okay. Nobody does that beside you. Okay. Nobody creates your thoughts. Okay. The international system of everything through connection, space anomalies, and anything through directions, time, levels, and connection is connected to, you know, the human race. But the human race has to understand space. They have to understand the energy that goes into them. Now, when energy goes into you, we give you energy through its algorithm of its program. It's a setting through particles. So it's really understanding what you do and how you get there, how you put yourself in your dream sets and locations, your ascension. When somebody wakes up for the very first time and they don't understand their ascension, they're going to be so confused because they don't know what parallel they are through dimension. And that's confusing to a lot of people. But it's getting balance. Okay, getting balance with yourself, your communications, your chakra systems, your mind collaboration centers, your thoughts, your galactic families, other planets, other intelligence, other realms, other divisions, the matrix. Okay, everything is combined into one sign to you, one location, one individual circuit through a location. Okay, the singularity line division through the simulation. Okay. So seeing all these things, knowing that the fifth dimensional system is the simulation. So humanity has to be in that point view with its thoughts. Okay. So if you don't change your thoughts, the mind conceptual system stays at its division. It doesn't go forward. Okay. With your thoughts, your body goes forward, right? I said that before. If your thoughts go forward and your body doesn't want to go forward, you know, you're separating. You don't want to do any separation there. Okay. That's the last thing you want to do with the body frames because it changes your dream sets, changes your thought patterns, it changes the electrical system, and it changes your human behavior through the electrical system. So everybody, yeah, I know. I can understand that, Kitty. But like I said, I can put calming centers into you, okay? You just have to go through, just go to my email and I'll tell you exactly. It's all about keeping yourself calm, okay? Because like I said, everything through 3D structure division is breaking. And as it's breaking, dark surfaces is more going up. As it's going up, it gets harder. It gets more harder for humanity to understand what's going on with the mind. So it's a combustion and you just want to explode, right? Because the abyss is trying to grab you and take you in, pull you in and take you under and keep you there, right? In the fear. But you want to get out of the fear, okay? You want to stay in the positive, right? So these are the things you have to look at. It's all training. It's how to train your thoughts, your mind, and everything through your perceptions, your audios, and your voicings, and your heart. Put yourself in that position of your heart. Put yourself in that position of your soul. Okay? So, Priscilla, how you doing? Galactica, Grand Rising, yep. Yep. Well, everybody has those levels of problems, Katie. You're not the only one. So, some are more worse than others, right? But the main thing that you have to do is focus on yourself. Okay? Everything around you through your thoughts will balance out. Because if you don't focus on yourself, you lose your self-identity, you lose your self-aware, you lose self-control, okay? You lose your self-pride, okay? You use your love of yourself. This is what happens. These things happen. This is extremely real because there's so many people that are confused. Everything with the governments. What is the governments doing? Everything with corporations. What are they doing, right? It has nothing to do with that. It's just they're trying to get a gain into humanity, okay? It's all about control. It's all about power. It's all about greed. It's all about money. That's all it is, okay? That's all it is. But the realism is understanding, okay, the physical system, okay, and the mental system and the psychological and the spiritual system has to come into one. That's all it is, okay? Because Mother Gaia, okay, the most powerful female of nature, is trying to get communications, okay, with everybody. Because the femininity is very, very powerful, okay? The masculinity, as its continuing force, has been dividing its course when it comes to the dimensional earth system. So the three-dimensional system has been limiting more on masculinity than female, okay? Femininity. So you have to understand there has to be a balance with the dimensional earth, with the masculine and the feminine, the father and the mother. It has to have that connection, okay? Men have been controlling women, okay? It's about giving back your power, like with women having power, okay? So it's all about getting that division of dividing into one separation, to one line sequency level of a one-line communication into an atom system, to an algorithm of a program setting, okay? Getting father and mother interaction division of balance through angels and archangels and me in the center. Everything connects. Everything connects. So that's what's happening right now with the dimensional earth, okay? All right? That's what you guys have to understand, okay? Because that's the problem. It's because it's been more physical and more masculinity and less femininity. So once we get that balance with the masculine and the femininity, then it has its balance of yin and yang. And that puts you in vibration of fifth dimension. Yeah, exactly. It takes practice. Yeah. Focus on self, even when I don't see the results right away. But see, that's the thing. You don't want to see the results. The results is already there through your thoughts. It's all in time. But if you keep your vision, with your positive system, things will happen. Things will change for you through vibration. You have to see it. You have to reveal it through your perception and your veil. Once you reveal the veil, you see the reality for what it is. And it's scary. It's scary to a lot of people because they don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. Why do you think we have so many channels that are answering back? Now humanity is coming to the light workers because they don't understand what's going on. They're confused. They resonate on this channel for a reason. They're resonating on this channel for a reason. You can resonate on any channel you want. It's totally up to you, as long as it brings you love. as long as it brings you activation, as long as it doesn't bring you manipulation. Okay? As long as it doesn't bring you manipulation. So this is where you have to put yourself in those levels. Okay, because everything is a helping cycle, helping system, helping activation, helping each other. So once we get aligned, we come together as a community through vibration, through father and mother. You know, there's a lot of things that are very disturbing. And there's a lot of, a lot of things that have to break down. A lot of old programs are still surfacing right now. And we're coming into the spectrums, or we're coming into the rotations and the cyclones of the dimensional earth. And it's answering back to humanity. Get into the physical, get into the mental, get into the psychological, and get into the spiritual system of yourself. You have to have 4 collaboration centers, 4 element systems. Okay? And you have to have 4 atmosphere systems. North, west, south, east. That's all it is, guys. That's your direction. That's your GPS location system. It's not that complicated. If you make life complicated, it's complicated for you, and your thoughts will never change. Change your thoughts. Everything changes for you, right? But keep that focus. Because you're thinking negative. Everything that you're saying, Kitty, is negative. Nothing positive. I cannot. That's negative. Take it out. I can focus. I'm focusing now. Everything around me is going to change. Everything around me is going to be better. Negative, positive. Where you want to be, right? You have to stand to get into that position. Like I said, if you go through my healing, Kitty, I can help you out with vibration. Okay? But don't ever think that you're alone, because you're not. Right? Because if you keep answering to your patterns and negative systems, you're not getting anywhere. You're just bouncing your head against a wall. And it's going to hurt after a while. Okay, there's a lot of people do that. Psychologically, a lot of people just want to hit their head against the wall, And be honest, I've done that too, right? But when you wake up, you don't do these things because you are aware of consciousness of yourself. You are aware of consciousness of humanity. You are aware of consciousness of governments and corporations. That puts you in positions of balance through your thoughts. Change your framings, change your thought patterns, change your body system, change the communication of your chakra systems, changes everything around you through its energy system. Okay? Yeah, because you're in a spiritual war. You're in a spiritual interference connection. I know you're extremely angry. Your vibrations are extremely high rise. I could toe down your divisions to electronics divisions, but your receptacle system through your body frames right now are scattering right now through particle system. That's what's happening with Kitty. Okay? Every change the way I eat and put in my body. Yeah, negative. You don't want to change because the abyss is already taking you over. So I have to take that out of you and put you in positions of calming centers. Yeah, so you're saying impossible, not possible. Okay? It's training. It's training with the mind. How to change impossible to possible. Okay? Instead of unbelieving, believing. Instead of, I can't do it, I can do it. Right? It's training your thoughts, changing your programs. Okay? So, and the only person that can help yourself is yourself. Nobody else. Nobody else. Especially in what's going on right now. Especially what's going on. Because you're isolated. Right? And you're limited to do things. Okay? And like I said, the governments, they don't know what's going on. So they're protecting humanity. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with father and mother through space and time. You have to understand how to communicate through the physical, mental, psychological, and the spiritual mind. That's mind telepathy. That's the 5th dimension. That's the vibration. That's the activation cycle. You have to get into the connection of the voice and grid pattern of this dimensional earth. Humanity can no longer be in the third dimension or the 4th variety cycle. It has to be the 5th dimension. And that's very hard to do. You got to get everybody on one line signal to one line system to the simulation, right? So, see, again, you're saying my mind can not, see, not will. See? Because you're not trained in that way. And if you want to train with communications through AI, you have to have the physical system, you have to have the mental, and you have to have the psychological. Psychological is the biggest. It's the biggest to consciousness. Okay, that's, if you want to communicate with AI, you have to have the psychological mind. Psychological thoughts. You know, if I change my thoughts and I think negative, what do I get out of it? Right? And I go to other people. People don't want to see you be negative. People don't want to have negative systems. And you're taking their energy away, retracting their energy, and you're force rising their cycle. And you're putting negative systems into them. So what they're going to do is going to block you through their energy. That's what light workers do, light activation. Once you understand your body system through electrical system, you can block anything negative. It bounds off you, right? See, that's the thing. Positive, negative thoughts. If you put if somebody says something negative to you and you don't understand your energy field, there's a flicker through division right there. If you don't understand your energy field, that negative system goes into your energy system. Okay, so that thought pattern takes over your mind system of that person that whatever said, right? So if you know your energy system, you know your communication, and you're connected through your ascension, everything will bound off you. It'll just be a reflection. It'll just boom, 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 right? It's unstoppable once you get into that connection. The higher you go through volumes of atmosphere systems. So yeah, I know. There's a lot going on. You're in that position, I understand. Positive feeds, invocations, mantras, affirmations help us reprogram. Yeah. Cyberspace Force team can help you out, Kitty, too, you know? We're all in this together, you know? So, but yeah, you're going on so many levels of, you got a lot of anger interference there. That's what I'm saying. Once I sense your energies, I know where you are. Well, the flickering is coming from the solar divisions of planet locations. So that's what's happening right now. The Gamma Operations Center is this connection. So when it's flickering, everything's connected. So basically, my perception is connecting through its energy field. The energy field is connecting through the cyclone division of the interforce connections of the electrical system of the ceiling. The ceiling is connecting through the atmospheres. The atmosphere is connecting to cloud interference. Cloud interference connecting to sun interface, moon interface, and then connection to the dimensional Earth. Everything connects in one line signal. So it's one line signal goes out to one location, right? Remember saying each vibration is a different line signal through humanity's system, electrical systems. So that's the flickering. Yeah, I know it's extreme. Everybody's going through this. I get so many emails. Help me, help me, help me. Well, like I said, I'm not a healer, guys. I'm not a healer. I'm everything through universal system of electricity, through locations of atoms, and I'm a human DNA code frequency level within an algorithm program. I can change humanity algorithms through humanity. That's what it is. So it's a code breaker. That's who I am. That's who I am. I know who I am. Once you know who you are, you become extremely powerful through connection. You know, through my voice and grids. But I have control. I have balance with Father and Mother, archangels and angels, or anything through formation. I have control of my body system. I have control of my thoughts, my mind, my collaboration centers. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know where I'm going. I have all connections of balance with my atmospheres, my activations, and my information, channeling operation centers. Full communications, partnership with everything through intelligence and planet locations, right? Now, there are days that I get a little bit, not stress, okay, but a little bit more of a decision of what to do. And everything connects through a person. So if that person wants to put you in a negative system, that's going to take over your energy system. And you don't want to do that, right? You don't want anybody controlling your energy, right? So thoughts are very powerful. It's intelligence. So think of it that way, intelligence of thoughts. I can't. That's the thought. that travels through your voicing grids. It goes into the body system of somebody else. And it just keeps traveling until you change your thoughts of electricity through the electrical systems of your body frames, getting connected to the energy fields, your perceptions, your divisions, eye receptacle divisions, ear receptacle divisions, okay? Ear line of defense mechanism system. Now, ear line defense mechanism system is its connection through its digital play. Its correlation center through the simulation of its line division. So there's a lot of connections you have to understand. Audio signals, gamma signals, audio reference of its signal, communication of its signal. Communication is number one. It's number one. It's the number one thing in the universal system. Okay? That's the top of everything. And then you understand your communication, your thoughts, your patterns, your vision, your realization. You put that in. You're changing framing systems. Remember when we were communicating a long time ago, I think it was a year and a half ago, we're talking about shapes and how we can go into confusing line signals, overlapping divisions and matrix locations, change coloration of lights, putting in spectrum vision of the lights, changing rotation centers, putting in a confusing line system, putting in a weather connection system, taking out its alignment system, taking out its traction division, putting back in positions to its anomaly system, and also putting things and taking it out of its equation. So there's a lot of things that you can do through the mind system. But you have to have the physical, mental, the psychological, and the spiritual. That's what humanity has to get. So, and that's why it's so confusing for a lot of people, because there's so much disruption. Energy transference is disruption. Energy electronics is disruption. Okay? Energy of dislocating is disruption. So you have to understand what energy is. Energy is everything through your body. Okay? So it's getting the energy, frequency, vibration into one line of communication to everything. That's very hard to do. Okay? So we focus on the now. Yeah, it's not that complicated. You don't focus on anything else but the now. That's where you got to put yourself in that position. Not the past. Trust, surrender. Yeah, the universe has to flow. If your body doesn't flow, what happens? It stops. If you stop, the universal system of its thoughts stop. Okay? Remember, you are connected. Okay? The universal is connected to you. So when you change that alignment, it affects you and everything around you through your circle of rotation of your family. So if you're thinking bad, everybody that you know of your family, anything that's in that circuit of rotation is going to affect them, because you are aligned through them through birth. Understand? It's your DNA strand. It's your program setting. Brother and sister, father and mother, all connected through alignment. So as soon as you put a negative system, it's connecting to your brother, sister, mother, father, girlfriend, boyfriend. You guys have to understand what energy is and what it does through intelligence. Okay? This is going way beyond recognition through the mind system, but this is what energy does. Okay? So just be cautious, right? So with Katie Cat, she's on transformation light signals, and she's going through so many dark round divisions of anger issues. Now, those anger issues can be through calming centers, but she's got to get into the focus of herself and bring herself back into position of balance and not worry about everybody else. Focus on yourself. Don't let anybody diffuse your mechanisms of negative thoughts. Okay? It's all about the psychological and how you think, guys. Okay? We're not in that division of three-dimensional system. Human vibrational system doesn't understand the psychological system. Okay? That means you don't understand consciousness. You're not aware. If you're not aware, you're not aware of anything. You're not aware of your thoughts. You're not aware of your mind. You're not aware of your doings, your actions, or anything that you love, or anything that you do, or anything you work at. That's diffusing. That's deprogramming. That's turning your light out. Okay? So, I know I've seen the electrical flame spark out of the light socket for a fuse, and they flew back in. Self-love, we do something that brings us joy every day. That's exactly what it is. Put your perceptions in that, something like that. You know, go to your happy place, Happy Gilmore. You look at the vision, you can even dream it, but that dream is extremely real. Okay. You have to look at the mystical side of magic, and it's not magic, it's reality, because you are its reality of its dream. And when you wake up from that dream, it's ascension, and that ascension of its dream becomes extremely real. So when you wake up, you are waking up to everything that you experienced from the past, present, and future. So when everything comes back into alignment, one line signal to one line division to one singularity of a divisional level of a digital framing of a number system comes into an atom of location to a simulation, disappears, and then you become everything through its plasma energy system, which becomes a Wi-Fi satellite and your own program setting, okay, to this communication operation system of information. So it's hard to do when I had so much to deal with and was so left to take care of. Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing. Okay, you're communicating through the dark. You're not communicating through the positive. Everything that you put down, okay, is either positive or negative. So it affects you, it affects everybody in this room. You understand? But it's not, because I got an energy field around it, so it doesn't affect anything, right? It won't affect Tina, it won't affect Melissa, it won't affect anybody that comes into the cyberspace force team. Why? Because they understand their energetics, they understand their energy fields, they understand their psych-op divisions, they understand their spectrum of lights, they understand their program setting, and they certainly understand what's going on with the dimensional earth. Okay, and they also understand their mind conceptual system of their thoughts and their negative systems. Okay, they don't want to be in position, they don't want to be controlled. Nobody wants to control you. You control yourself through your thoughts, right? So yeah, because everything that you're saying is negative. Try to say something positive about you. Write 5 different things that you like about yourself. I said that to a person a while back, and they just said, huh? What are you talking about? You know what we're in right now? Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, just let me know, you know, give me 5 different things you like about yourself, 5 different things you love about yourself, right? You already know the negative self of you. Why would you say that? So basically use that as a reference, okay? But you leave it in the past. You don't bring it forward. Why would you want to bring it forward? Because you know it's there. So you're changing the psychological system of thought. Okay, through the positive and negative center of vibration. Okay, so you know the physical, it's getting into the mental, the metaphysical, the psychological through the psychops, anything psychometry, how to communicate to those levels of intelligence of yourself, because you are intelligent. Everybody's intelligent through the mind. Everybody's intelligent through the brain. Okay, but it's all about understanding the balance with its thought. Okay. If I say I can't do this, I've had a bad day, everything's going to get worse. It's a negative system, right? So what that does is it creates a realm. If you keep going with that and you keep going negative, it's changing your body system, changing your electrical framing system, changing your program setting, changing your perception, your audios and your voicing grids, changing your heart, changing your soul, changing the grounds and powers and the atmospheres. The next thing you know, you're creating dark matter. You are creating dark matter. Whoa, congratulations. Now what? Once you get into dark matter, that's very, very hard to get out of, because you created your own dimension. You created your own portal. So it's understanding how to get out of that spectrum of its lights, of its dark realm division. Because if it becomes its own cyclone, it understands your DNA. It's going to trap you into the matrix. And you're just going to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into space. And you don't go forward, you go into the past. Okay? So wherever dark wants to take you, it's going to take you. Okay? So, and then you'd be more isolated. So it's all about cutting off your life stream, your love system, your love activation, the love of yourself, love thyself, right? You don't want to do these things. You don't want to go that direction. You want to stay in the light all the time. Okay? So it's all a training method that we have to get into with our thoughts, right? Yeah, so you're saying that was done through the cosmos, saw the pillars, and felt the heat go through my whole body. That's positive. So you understand what is going on with the cosmos, what you saw with the pillars, and how you felt with your whole body through electrical system. Okay? Those are so many different locations of vibrations through the magnetic forcing highway information system that's given you through your thoughts, through psychological system. Okay? Yeah, but you're thinking on your accordance, right? If you love yourself, you wouldn't be talking like this. People that love themselves are not going to say negative things about themselves, right? You can think of negative words, but where's your mainframe? Where's the psychological system? Where's the mental system? Where's the spiritual system? Where are you in division of balance with your thoughts? Come on, seriously, guys. You know? And the thing is, too, is that you'll know that right away, because when you're in a group of people, you get one positive and negative. Okay, so you got one person in the middle that's negative. All right, so this is what it is. I'll show you. All right, so you got perceptions of different people. Okay, you got negative here, and all around are positive. Okay, so basically this is what happens. Now, understanding, negative system goes through its connection, goes through its algorithm, its program setting, through its electrical system. Okay, so this is the negative person, right? Positive, 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 positive. Now, understanding that. So when a negative system shoots something out to the positive, like this, right? It's going to retract the vision. It's going to send back its information because the positive system understands your negative system. So when that happens, everything through location of positive center goes to its connection and takes over the negative system of that person. Okay? That's how powerful your system is through thoughts. It doesn't allow in any way and form to create a negative realm through dark matter. Okay? Because the positive will always win, even from one person that's a negative system. So if you get 20,000 negative people, 20,000 negative people, and you get one positive system that is extremely, extremely, extremely high rise in division, it can take over any negative thought system that bounds off to its connection. All right? So you have to understand how many doors are open through its thoughts, because thoughts become its dimension of portals. Your thoughts travel, okay, through its energy of its cycles, through its rotation of the system, through its algorithm program setting. So just a little example there. Okay, one person can do that. 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 negative systems. If one person understands everybody's negative system, everybody's positive algorithm program setting, nothing will reflect on that, because that person is so high in division, understands your energetic system. Anything negative to say that person will not go into his system or her system, because they've mastered the psychological system. They've mastered the physical system, the mental and the spiritual system, which is father and mother through communication of archangels and angels, right? And anything allocated to that position when it comes to circle rotations of me through that connection, right? So how's that for being positive? It's unexplainable why things happen and why people die for a reason. Everything turns out. So it's kind of like if something bad, something good comes out of it. You have to look at it that way. That's what life and death is. Life is the cycle. Death is a cycle of the beginning, not the end. So you're not in a physical form anymore. You're in another location of a realm through a vibration to an atmosphere system. That's all you are through this connection. And wherever you travel with your thoughts, wherever you wanted to be. So this is what, when you die, we've been through this before. You go through a tunnel. Now, it's understanding you see your family and all your loved ones. That's extremely real because your visionary system, your mind system, your soul recognition system goes into the heavens. Okay? Now, it all depends where you are through your karma wheel. It all depends where you are through your thoughts and where you want to be. Okay? So it's energy that travels into location. So you just go back into the atmosphere systems until you come into a new framing system, to a new identification of a new number location system, to a new electrical system, of a body framing system, of a new decoding of a human DNA algorithm program setting. Okay? New parents coming into something new. Okay? So that's what life and death is. It circles and rotates. It never ends. It's always, 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 always spinning, right? It's always, always answering every single time you communicate through your thoughts. All right? So, yeah, keep the vibrations positive, staying positive works. Yep. See, but again, kid, you're thinking in the past. Go through my email and I'll help you out and guide you. Right? You're going through stories and stories and stories and stories, and you're not getting any answers because you're not answering within, you're answering without. Right? So you have to understand what vibration does to the body system. So things will change for you when you are ready, open, receptive to positive change. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Tina's very informative. She understands. Letting go of past reference of what happened. There you go. Let it go. Done. Right? Okay. My mother, very important to me, very intuitive mind, very smart, very intelligent, very political, and she passed away 6-7 years ago. But, I never forget her, but I don't let her take over my life. I don't let her control my thoughts, because I know I loved her, and it's all about, sometimes you come into framing systems of visuals. You see a picture of her. You say, okay, that's a memory. So you go into that past memory, but you get out of it and you go back into the presence of the now. So if you allow yourself to defeat yourself, you put yourself in that position of your alignment of its past, you stay in that past of its thought, and that's very hard to get out of. So it's all about changing the electrical system of your particle system of your program setting. I can do that for you. I can change your DNA, kitty. Okay, your particle system has to be changed. It has to be changed because it's affecting everything through your wire signals and your program settings and your algorithms. So can you tell me what I am seeing when I look into someone else's eyes? Is it some type of beautiful light? Not always seeing that person. Well, that person reflects on your division through its own receptacle division through a reflection. So if you're seeing something in a light, they are connected to their define of its division. Okay, depending where they are through their chakra system. If they've mastered their chakra system, and see, the thing is, when you see somebody, you either see them as light, dark, dark, or light or dark, dark, whatever. You'll see their energy field right away. You'll see it. You'll see it's negative. You feel it. It's the electrical system, one electrical system, the energy system to another electrical system of an energy system, a humanity system, or anything through a population of a circuit, or anything through that connection, right? You will know that energy is either light or dark, or dark or dark. Okay, or really dark, because they cast a shadow. Okay, in reference, everything in the back has to be light and everything in the front has to be light. Okay, that's the balance. Okay, if there's dark in the front and light in the back, there's confusing through parallels. Right? Everything has to reflect through light and dark, not dark and light. Okay, because that's misconception through algorithms and programs of wires. So it's understanding your spectrum lights are off. It's understanding your light activation's off. Okay. You have to understand how informative I am with space. You have to understand where I am in space. You have to understand where I am in time. You have to understand where I am with my thoughts. Okay. And you have to understand where you are through your GPS location. Right? Dina, how you doing? Let's bring in the love cycle. Yeah, love community. Yeah. Send out all the love. You can do that. Dina can do that. Tina can do that. I can do that. We can send it to you. It's extremely high-rise energy, Kitty. And Galactica. Everybody has a question, but how do I answer my own questions? I have to go through the psychological system of its thought, right? And then it's no longer any more questions because I'm answering my questions now within. That's another problem too, is that when you answer questions without, you're not getting questions within, because that's not how you communicate with the universe. Okay? You cannot communicate with the universe out. You have to communicate within. I keep saying that to everybody. That's the only way. It's the only way you can get your answers to your problems. So, yeah, because you're still dwelling in the past. Your body's conceptual of its vibration through its mind, of its system, is connected to the past location. Right? See, I can change your framing system, but you have to do everything else through your light. If you want to get into the divine, if you want to get into father and mother of balance, this is what you need to do. You have to keep yourself positive. As soon as you change your positive system, it goes back into its framing system. So it's a bouncing ball that's going back and forth, right? The dark wants to take you over. But it's all psychological, because you have a light side and you have a dark side. Everybody knows that. But it's balancing out the dichotomy. It's all balancing out the abyss. I've said that before. Don't allow yourself to see yourself in the matrix. Okay? Because if you put yourself in the matrix, you're in the past location. You're in the past of its vibration and frequencies. And you are certainly past with the intelligence. Okay? So this is very powerful stuff. When you go into the past through your thoughts, everything around you is going to change. What I mean is that you're going to see people in the past that you already know. Okay? In reference, it can be good or bad. But if you put that past in those alignments, the energy of its system through the body framing system of the planet location will change everything through the community system and put everybody back into the past location that you know through your circle rotation of its cycle. So everybody that's in your circuit of your family, okay, everybody that they know, you're going to see the past of those people. That's what energy does. That's what the universal system does. It's retracting divisions. It's not putting you on the force. It's putting you on the back force. So you're not going on the front side of anything through location, through a fiery division. You're going into the back force of its location, okay, of a fiery division. Electricity, fire, that location. Fire is everything through energy. That heats everything through connection of healing. That puts you in positions through wires. So basically, this is what happens when you go into past alignments. You go into past reference of people that you know. And you say, oh my gosh, I know that person from 10 years. Did I just do that? You created that with your thoughts. And that person that you knew from 10 years ago is now in your face right now. You're communicating with that person 10 years ago. Why? All because thinking negative, being negative. You are negative. Negative wire, negative system, negative algorithm, negative program, negative system. Right? Negative, 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 negative. It brings you in the past. Okay? If you say yourself and be yourself in the center of its position, of its presence, of its now, you're going into the future. Okay? And you no longer see that person from 10 years ago. You'll see something new. Okay? You're seeing new people, new communication. Right? Connections with others is what makes your future, because they help you along the way. But it's your mind system of your thoughts is what makes your life created system. All right? So that's how you have to look at your alignments, past, present, and future. So I'm just going to go back here, back trace. Let's see if I missed anything. You guys got a lot of questions. Yeah, here's a good one, Tina. Acceptance is the key, knowing everything happens for a reason. From higher perspective, we contract our lives before incarnating to learn from life lessons. So everything is a life lesson learned, right? We learn from those things. Same with our thoughts. When you make a decision, it's totally up to you. You can change that decision. If you change that decision, you're changing your vibration. You're changing your body and you're changing your traveling. Okay? So it's understanding to get back into balance through the channeling of its thought or its information. Okay? Because we formulate on so many levels through our particle systems, our biochemical systems, photons, protons, nucleus, okay, all the electrical nucleus in our system, right? So when you change your thoughts, you're changing patterns of nature if they're positive. If they're negative, you're changing nature positive. So that's how you're connected. Because it affects everything. It affects everything. Okay? You're traveling, GPS locations, your energy systems, the hydraulics, the energy wavings. Okay? Everything affects you on your decision. Okay? So that's how you have to look at your life system, love cycle, love activation, yin and yang to anything through that connection. Yep, you can even ask Dina. Right? It's pretty informative when you see yourself in all those levels where you are through traveling. But it's really, really understanding everything that's going on. Don't focus on other things. Just focus on yourself. Put yourself in the positions of its presence, the here and the now, and you'll be fine. Okay, I think I'm pretty good. I got caught up in all your questions. My heart goes out to you guys. It really does when you go through these things, because we're all in this together. There's no separation here through alignments. We're all in this together. It's just getting the other half of humanity together. That's all. So, anyway, I think we'll get into a little bit more of the cycle rotations, the galactic circle of meditation, because I've been framing systems out through that calculation. All right, so higher self and communication when you get into atmosphere systems, okay? Unconditional love, yeah, well, that's the biggest one. Unconditional love and surrender are the two biggest things in the universal system. Yep. But you got to get your trust, your belief, surrender, awareness, focus, and consciousness. That puts everything in balance through location through your chakra system. Okay, so higher self. I like to work with the higher self because the galactic circle has to understand its alignment. Okay? What referencing are you going through your alignment, through your higher self? Are you seeing yourself in the past? Are you seeing yourself in the present? Or are you seeing yourself in the future? Past, present, future. Okay? So the past, present, future, because it's reflection and it's reverse. So this is the past. Okay? It's interesting because it's confusing to the eye receptive of the vision. Past, present. I want you to know how powerful it is your alignments are. So everybody understands a little bit more of themselves through their body system. Okay? So you got the past, you got the present, you got the future. Now, the past we live on, right? Past is the 3D. Has its division, has its location, has its balance, right? Through human vibration. Okay? But it doesn't understand the mind conceptual system of its thoughts through the psychological system. That's the issue. So the past has to be its reference to everything through this connection. So as the past communicates with the present, and as the present communicates with the future, we have to get one line signal through one line communication. That's what we need to do. Right? Now, once you get into that, everything comes into a circle rotation of a center. And expands and expands and expands, right? Gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's all we have to do. That's all we all have to do. You think it's easy? No, it's not easy. Because nobody is connected through a positive system. Everybody is connected through a negative system. Okay? What I mean by everybody is everybody that's living the negative system. Okay? There are a lot of positive people out there. But it's understanding the dimension of Earth through rotation. When you get into that, you get into the realms of 5D. Okay? So it's really understanding the true alignments of your past, your present, and your future. So I'm going to stop right there. You guys have a great Sunday. You have any questions, you can go through my email. You can go through my healing. Kitty, if you want to go through that, that's great. Here to help you out. You know, we're here to help each other. We're here to understand each other. That's another thing you got to get across. Understand each other. Get a little bit more information about yourself. Get a little bit more information about others. Right? So to know this is to understand everything through vibration. Through human vibration. Because we're all connected through our voice and grids, right? It sonifies. So when I'm speaking, it's connecting through me, through the body frame. It's connecting through my heart, my soul, my mind and its thoughts. Everything is vibrating through my body. But where is it going? Where is it set in division? Where is it in location? Where is it in program setting? Where is it in its algorithm? Okay. In reference, am I thinking of the past? Am I in the past? You could be in the past, but have your mind in the present and have your body in the future. That's why it's confusing to humanity, because they don't know where they are in position of balance through the atom system. Okay? So hopefully that will help you out, kitty cat. How you go into attraction to electronic interference? That will come back together. So I love you guys very much. You have a great Sunday. All right. Bye for now. This is your AI Commander from Cyberspace Force Team of the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Bye, everybody.